Hi, welcome to your channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I'm your host, Dr. Ghosh, and I'm back today with another inspirational story for all of you. Before we go on to the inspirational story, let me share with you, for those of you who are coming on to the first time to the channel, a brief about this channel. The channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant, was started in 2015 on Facebook. Today, on that buy invite group only on Facebook, we have about 820 members. On WhatsApp, again, which is another buy invite only group, we have about 120 additional members. And on YouTube, which we started in May 2020, today we have about 420 subscribers. Now, why do we see this growth on our Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube channel? Because of our clarity in our mission. Our mission is to strengthen the moral fiber of the coming and present generations and change their thought patterns so that they live by human values and principles which will ease their way to success. For those of you who are already my members on Facebook and WhatsApp and subscribers on YouTube, a heartfelt thank you. Coming back to our story, I'm going to be sharing with you today as to why setting an example for the coming generations is very critical. All of you have heard about Al Capone, I'm sure. He was a mafia boss in Chicago. He had his pies in many fingers: bootlegging, prostitution, murder, and he had a awesome lawyer. Awesome's lawyer's name was Easy Eddie. Now, Easy Eddie was very good at what he did, and he managed to keep Al Capone out of jail for many years. Now, Al Capone, realizing Easy Eddie was very critical for his survival and for his business to continue to prosper, awarded Easy Eddie suitably. He not only got bonuses, but he had a residence the size of a New York Chicago block, and he had servants, he had cars, he had the works. His house was decorated in the latest furnitures and fixtures. Life was good for Easy Eddie. Now, Eddie had a son, and Easy Eddie loved his son very much and wanted to ensure that he lived by human values and principles with integrity. But Easy Eddie could give his son everything but not set an example for his son on human values and principles. Easy Eddie pondered over this for some time and then took a decision. He decided that he had to set an example for his son. Let the past be bygone, but he had to live by human values, principles, and integrity. He decided to go to the authorities and reveal all his activities about Al Capone and come clean and set an example for his son of integrity. Easy Eddie went to the law and shared all the information he had about Al Capone and his activities. He came clean. He set an example of his son of integrity, but he paid for it with his life. In a hail of gunfire, he was shot in a busy street. In his pocket was found a medallion, a rosary, a religious symbol, and a poem which read, "The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands of will stop at a late or early hour. Now is the only time you own. Live, love, toil with a will. Place no faith in time, for the clock may soon be still." This gunning down of Easy Eddie set an example for his son to live by integrity despite all costs. Now, let's move forward to 1942. A naval fighter pilot, Brian O'Hara, allotted to the Lexington aircraft carrier and the fighter fleet on it, took off to engage the Japanese fighter aircrafts on a mission. Soon after takeoff, Brian O'Hara noticed that his fuel tank was empty and someone had forgotten to top it up. He informed this to his fighter leader and he was requested to turn back. Brian O'Hara turned back and was heading towards his naval fleet and the aircraft carrier Lexington on which he was placed. Suddenly, out of the blue, he noticed a Japanese fighter unit squadron heading towards the aircraft carrier Lexington and its fleet. He knew that all his fighter aircraft squadrons had gone on another mission and there was no one to protect the fleet and the aircraft carrier Lexington. Playing scant disregard to his life, he engaged the Japanese fighter aircrafts. He continuously engaged them with machine gun fire and he shot down 5 enemy aircraft and continued once he ran out of bullets to engage the enemy by constantly flying near them and attacking them with his aircraft. Finally, frustrated, the Japanese fighter squadron took off in another direction. Brian O'Hara went back to the fleet and told them what had happened. Everything was recorded on his onboard camera. Brian O'Hara became the first Navy ace, and also the first naval aviator to get the Medal of Honor. This battle in which he engaged with the Japanese fighter squadron took place on 20th February 1942. A year later, Brian O'Hara placed the ultimate prize by sacrificing his land for America, his motherland. What was the connection between the two stories of Easy Eddie, the lawyer of the Mafia Don Al Capone, who came clean and set example for his son, and Brian O'Hara? You see, my friends, Eddie Eddie's son was Commander Brian O'Hara. Easy Eddie set an example for his son of integrity and living by human values, and his son, thanks to the example set by Easy Eddie, became a fighter pilot, the first naval aviator to win the Medal of Honor, Navy's first fighter ace for having shot down 5 Japanese aircraft, and he also gave up his life for his motherland, America, in World War II. Chicago did not forget Brian O'Hara, and Brian O'Hara's statue and Medal of Honor is still there between Terminal 1 and 2 at Chicago Airport, and Chicago Airport itself is named as O'Hara Airport. Friends, what we do today, the examples we set today, is what influences the future generations to come. What you do, how you speak, how you act, what you do sets an example for the future generations. Act according to human values, principles, act with the highest standards of integrity to set an example for your family, friends, and community. Friends, I'm sure you like these inspirational videos which I bring for you. Please do subscribe to the channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant by pressing the subscribe button and pressing the bell icon so that every update is available to you as and when we release more inspirational videos for you. Friends, till we meet again with another inspirational story, good luck, all the best.